In this video I'm going to be telling you why I had to stop running in the Under Armour Infinite Elite running shoe. What is up everybody, and welcome to FORDY Runs. Now my name is Chris Ford and I'm a running coach who likes to review running shoes like this on this platform that is called YouTube. Now before we do anything else, make sure you subscribe before you leave me today. Yes, I'd really much appreciate it. And also give this video a thumbs up or thumbs down. I don't really care which one you do, but make sure you do that before you leave me today. Okay people, right, so this thing is the Infinite Elite running shoe from Under Armour. This is a max stacked brand new running shoe from the guys at Under Armour, and I'm going to tell you all the stats and features and what's going on here, and then I'm honestly going to tell you why I've had to stop running in it, and then I'm going to give you some constructive feedback, Under Armour, if you're watching this video, on what you need to do to make this shoe awesome. Okay people, so brand new shoe from Under Armour, max stack sort of, well, daily training, so think along the lines of the Glycerine, think along the lines of the Nimbus, but think of a really heavy, badly made version of those. Now, I've been a bit naughty there, so let's move on. Let's talk about the stats and features, what I know about the shoe. So, we've got, it's 140 pounds, we've got 8mm drop in the shoe. I think, I may be wrong, I probably am, but we're near 40mm of stack. I don't know exactly what it is, but we're close to that. We've got, let's say, 8mm drop. Hang on a minute, I haven't weighed them. Are you ready? Sit down. 356 grams. So for anybody who doesn't know what that is, that's 12.5 ounces. So just to give you a comparison, Nimbus 26, 11.5. So it's an ounce heavier than the Nimbus, which is already a heavy shoe. Right, moving on, we've got like this rubber outsole on the thing, and I'll come on to that in just a bit. We've got, what's it called, this foam on here, Hover Plus foam, which feels like polystyrene. And then we've got the Intel Knit, bad name, upper on the shoe. Okay, so that's as much time as I want to waste on the stats and features, because what I want to try and do is offer some value here to you and tell you why really you shouldn't actually buy this shoe. So the issues I've had with the shoe and the reason I've had to stop running in it, now just to give you some context, I like to do a minimum of a week's run in the shoe. So that can be 20 miles, that can be somewhere around that, or at least, an absolute least 3 runs in the shoe before we put any video out. Now to give that context, I've run about 15 miles in this shoe and I've had to stop running in it. Now the reason I've had to stop running in it is because I've been getting excruciating heel pain in this shoe. Now what it is my, what's the best way to sort of show it? I don't really know how, but basically the shoe sits like that and my heel is sort of sitting in there, but sits like, feels like it's lower, but it feels like it's got pressure either side. And what I found is it's sort of rubbing, or not even rubbing, but there's like pain in my heel coming from the back of it, and it's the way my heel is sitting in this shoe at the back, and it just becomes unbearable, as even over 3 miles, right? Just do 3 miles in the shoe, it becomes unbearable to run in. So I've had like heat spots and pain in my heel, even though no blistering from the shoe, and it is really annoying, and that's why I've had to stop running in it. Let's put aside for just a second all the other complaints I've got about this shoe, but that fundamentally is a big problem for me, and I just don't get it if you can't see it on the camera, but there's like sort of ridges on the insole that sort of ride over like this, and I don't know whether it's that my heel is rubbing on that, but it feels like it's got like a plastic rim. See this? It feels like it's got that on the insole running around here, and it's just really irritating my heel. So I've had to stop running in them. But I do have some good news about that, so wait to the end of the video, because after being constructive about the shoe, I'm also going to give you a bit of good news. Anyway, so that's one of the reasons, the main reasons why I've stopped running in it. So as I said, I've usually get, at least 20 miles, but I've had to stop running in it. The heel pain is unbearable, so I've just stopped running in it. Now, in terms of the ride, it's unresponsive, it's heavy. The upper on the thing is so thick and warm, despite it being like minus whatever. It's really thick, this upper, this Infinite, whatever it's called. It just feels thick, cheap, and like cardboard. It's awful. When you compare it against some of the other uppers on some of the other shoes and brands that really do feel a lot better made, and like, even it's not even like knit. It feels like it's trying to be a knit upper, but it's not. It's just really badly put together, and it's really uncomfortable. Okay, moving down, it gets worse. The outsole, people, is awful. In the rain and in the frost, now I'm not talking ice, but just even in the rain and the frost, This thing is almost, well, no, I've got to be careful with my words here because I don't want to get a lawsuit from Under Armour, but it's not very good. Let's call it that. Either way, the outsole's terrible. The outsole on this thing is terrible. It just provides no grip. I may be wrong, and I'm happy, you know, if anybody's got different opinions on this shoe, that's great, but I can only tell it how it is. But the outsole on the thing, despite the coverage, yeah, the coverage is good, but it's just not very good at all. You just slip sliding around. It reminds me of one of the Brooks shoes and the Nova Blast as well from Asics in terms of the lack of grip. It really is. But yeah, so that's a problem as well. But yeah, the foam's unresponsive. It doesn't feel like anything. It doesn't, like, with a max cushion shoe, you want to be feeling comfortable. You want to feel like you're running, like, yeah, with pillows on your feet. But also, it gives you a little bit of bounce back. This thing doesn't give anything, like nothing. It's just like a big block of polystyrene. It's giving you absolutely nothing in terms of feeling underfoot. But to be honest with you, it's hard to pick up any sort of pace in the shoe because of the heel pain that you get. Lockdown's not brilliant either. Lacing's not very good. What else? Oh, it does have a pull tab. So that's it. That's the sort of really bad news. I have to say, I don't actually think it looks too bad. I've got to give them some bit of positive news. I don't actually think it looks too bad, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's it. That's all the bad stuff out of the way. And now I'm going to try and be as constructive as possible and give them some hints and tips to make this a little bit better. So firstly, you need to strip out some weight on it. Even holding this here, it's hurting my wrist. Strip the weight out, people. Get some new foam. This Hover Plus foam is just a waste of time. Let's get something in here that's got some bounce back, some responsiveness, that, you know, if you're trying to create a max stack shoe, you know, go along the lines of comfort. Look at the Nimbus, yeah? Create something that's comfortable and enjoyable to be in. Sack this upper off. You don't need all this. This is over-engineered, what's going on here. So it's not like knit. It just feels cardboardy. So let's improve the upper. Let's make it more breathable, lighter as well. Save some of that weight. You need to work on the outsole. Like I said, the outsole's no good on the shoe. Now, you're not alone there because a lot of shoes have terrible outsoles for whatever reason, but you need to do something with the outsole. But you've got good coverage on there, which is where some of the weight comes from, but you do need to provide a better outsole on the shoe. I don't think you need to change your looks. Looks all right. As I said, I like the look of it. I don't think it's a bad looking shoe in any shape or form. And I've got to give you kudos for trying, okay? It's a good job that you've tried this max stack shoe to come out with it, but I just think this first version is over-engineered, it's too heavy, outsole's useless, and yeah, that's about it. Okay, lastly, I think the price is good, £140. If the shoe was any good, then you wouldn't mind necessarily paying it. But this gets absolutely annihilated by the competition. There's no reason to buy this as a running shoe whatsoever. Okay, so the positive news, and this is where the shoe's actually going to be used for me. I actually think it's quite good in the gym. Now, that might sound a bit of a contradiction, but you know what? You can do like 20 minutes, 30 minutes on the bike or the treadmill, whatever, then go and do some free weights, some stuff like that. That's where I've now been using the shoe. And as a gym shoe, it's actually quite good because it's, you know, pretty stable. It's got a wide platform. It's not uncomfortable like in the gym. You've still got the heel issue, but it doesn't seem to appear when I'm not running in it. So that's okay. So for me, this is now a shoe that I'm wearing in the gym. And that may work for you. And this is the thing, right? I'm always trying to find a positive. So maybe you're not really into your running and you don't have the heel issue that I had in this shoe. You may get on with this in the gym. So maybe like you're The Rock and you're watching this and you're thinking, yeah, FORDY, I'm going to wear these in the gym. And that's really the only use I can see it. But don't buy this as a running shoe, people. Whatever you do, there's much better out there. And I hope Under Armour take some of the bad stuff here and make them good, because they do need to make better running shoes, because they're running shoes at the moment, other than the one we tested a couple of weeks ago, the rest of them are not very good at all. Okay, people, I've tried to be constructive. I've tried to be honest, as always. That's my view on that shoe. Hopefully that's useful. Maybe it's not, whatever. But it's only opinion, and it's my opinion, so there we go. Okay, guys, right, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. I really do appreciate it, as always. I'll catch you later.